Okay, so it's currently 10:25, Sunday, December 20th. I'm hopping on here so late at night because I'm seeing reports, and it's all over my news feed on social media, that the province of Ontario, where I live, is going into complete lockdown for up to 28 days in some regions and 14 days in others, depending on where you are geographically in the province. Now, apparently, it's just hearsay right now because they've not made a formal statement. But apparently, the Premier of Ontario, Doug Ford, is going to come out tomorrow with an official statement. It looks like we're going into lockdown. And it begins on December 24th. So that's going to really suck for a lot of people for Christmas. Here it was just going to be us. But what that's actually going to look like is they have color-coded the zones. And it's going to be full-out gray zone all across Ontario. So what I'll do is, after I make this, I will insert a diagram on what gray zone means. Anyways, I wasn't intending on doing groceries until into the new year. But with an imposing lockdown... Sorry, mind the kids in the background. They're playing Super Smash Brothers on the Switch. But anyways, with an imposing lockdown, I'm going to have to do a grocery order this week before the 24th. So I'm thinking probably Tuesday. I'm not going to make a big one, probably like around the $200 range, but I'll share that with you guys anyways. You know that. But just to make sure that we're good in case we're in lockdown for up to the whole 28 days. We can leave for groceries, but I like to avoid it if at all possible. So I just wanted to get on here and share that with you guys, and I will keep you guys posted throughout the day tomorrow. Okay, I've just inserted in here some screenshots of what a gray zone lockdown is going to look like, and what measures are going to be taken, and what's going to be allowed and not allowed. I know it's a lot to digest, but I just wanted to share in the interest of sharing. Good morning. It's now Monday, December 21st. I had to think about that for a minute. Sneaking up on us, guys. The big fat man in red's coming. Anyways, I've been up for a while. I've been talking with Rob about what this lockdown's going to look like. So now we're just waiting until Premier Ford makes his announcement. I do believe it's about 1 o'clock. He's due to make his announcement. So I do know that, particularly here in the north, if this lockdown is extended past the 14 days, I know there's going to be a lot of angry people. Most people are going to comply regardless, and they will comply with the 14-day shutdown because I completely agree with what they're trying to do. They're just trying to minimize the spread because they know that people outside of the region and in the region are going to travel for Christmas, whether they say not to or not. So some things are just unavoidable. People are going to do what they're going to do, and be damned the consequences, which I think is ridiculous and completely selfish, but that's just my opinion. The North has been pretty safe so far, but I think that if they were to extend this lockdown past the imposed 14 days, we're going to run into some problems. People are going to get very upset because they feel like we're being punished for the acts of the southern parts of the province and other regions because they're not willing to comply with, their restrictions, right? Anyways, enough about that. I'm going to try to refrain from ranting and just wait for the announcement at 1 o'clock. Like, I'm not going to make it an issue. I'm going to comply either way, but I'm just saying. Anyways, as for today, I'm not sure what's on the plan, to be completely honest. I need to finish caffeinating, take some meds, and then go from there. I hear the kids upstairs. I hear them awake. As far as meals planning, we skipped lunch completely because I was gone, and that didn't happen yesterday. So maybe today we'll do some cheese and crackers. I was thinking of possibly throwing a pulled pork in a slow cooker today. Maybe we'll have that for dinner. I'm not sure yet. We'll have to wait and see what develops. If I'm gonna do that, I better start it soon. But yeah, I know that Autumn's probably want to sleep over before this lockdown hits, so it's not really something I want, but in the interest of making my child happy, I may just have to do it. I'm still in my pajamas. I'm not getting out of them today. It's just one of them days that y'all are gonna have to deal with me in my PJs. Welcome to my real life, guys. Anyways, come along with me today. I'm sure I'll be making something to eat. There might be a little more ranting later. Who knows? I'll try not to. And then maybe I'll get some wrapping done later, and I'll bring you along with me for that. Would that be a video that you guys are interested in seeing? Sorry, I can't English today. This is what I rustled up for Autumn's lunch today. I'm just waiting now for the live announcement. I'm watching live. Of course, the premiere is late, so we wait to see what they're saying. But I'm reading reports now that the shutdown is not due to begin now until the 26th, and all elementary school students won't be going back to school until January 11th. So I guess the Christmas break is going to be extended. I'm not sure if that applies for anybody learning virtually, but that'll remain to be seen.
Of where we stand today in Ontario.
He's finally started talking.
We saw this morning's modeling that our COVID-19 numbers continue to accelerating at an alarming rate. Unfortunately, despite the restrictions, we've seen growing numbers of people traveling between regions within Ontario.
Yep.
COVID is spreading rapidly from high outbreak areas to areas with
Yeah,
fewer
because they're
cases.
busing here.
As it does, our hospitals are filling up more each day. We've seen a 70% increase in hospitalizations and 80% increase in ICU admissions in the past few weeks. Remember, 75% of our intensive care unit beds at any given time are taken up by people who have had car accidents or heart attacks or other emergencies. My
Not
friends,
anymore.
Above all, we need to preserve capacity in our ICUs and our hospitals. But because of increased cases of COVID-19 filling up our hospitals, we're on the verge of canceling more elective surgeries. And we already have thousands and thousands of backlog surgeries. And I'm glad to have Dr. Mohammed, CEO of William Osler Hospital, here to tell you what he recently told me about the situation in our hospitals. My friends, we've seen in other jurisdictions what out of control caseloads and deaths look like. And I am also extremely alarmed by reports of a new strain of COVID-19 that is much more contagious than what we've seen and what we've been facing so far.
Oh,
this is an extremely serious threat, one we must take seriously. We need to ensure that our border is secure.
Well,
we need to be certain
shut her down,
that
boy.
we're catching cases of COVID before they have a chance of spreading in our communities.
Got a little bit angry there, but
the sacrifices we're once again asking Ontarians to make, they're for nothing. That's why we have continually, and we're going to repeat this, continually asked the federal government to secure our borders.
Yeah.
63,000 people are
secure the
going
regions.
every week.
Put sentries outside of cities for poop's sakes.
And I can tell you, if they won't act further, at minimum, we need to test air travelers when they arrive at the airport.
Not just air travelers.
Critical. And if they don't do it, we will do it ourselves if needed. Friends, the vaccine has started to trickle in, but due to limits in supply, it will be months before we have mass immunization.
Yep.
In the meantime, we need to do everything in our power to protect our hospitals and our most vulnerable. We need a runway for the vaccine to roll out. That's why, after consulting with the Chief Medical Officer of Health, listening to hospital CEOs and other health experts, and extensive discussions at the cabinet table and caucus throughout the weekend, I'm announcing today that Ontario will enter a province-wide shutdown starting at 12:01 a.m. on December 26. This difficult action is without a doubt necessary to save lives and prevent our hospitals from being overwhelmed in the coming weeks. Make no mistake, thousands of lives are at stake right now. If we fail to take action now, the consequences could be catastrophic. And as Premier, it's my duty to act. As Premier, it falls on me to make the difficult but necessary decisions.
Shut her down.
And I will never, ever shy away from my duty to protect the people of Ontario. This province-wide shutdown, it's a temporary but one-time measure in response to the exceptional circumstances we're facing.
Okay, well, do it up, Dougie.
All Ontarians to stay at home and only leave when absolutely necessary.
Wear your damn mask.
Work, groceries, prescriptions, or medical appointments. Essential businesses such as grocery stores and pharmacies will remain open at reduced capacity. Other retailers will be open for curbside pickup and deliveries only. The restrictions will be made in place for a period of 14 days in Northern Ontario and for a period of 28 days in Southern Ontario.
So where did we fall?
Dr. Williams and his team will keep a close eye.
I think we're north, but I've been hearing stories. I don't know
if it's safe to lift any restrictions.
Well, I've always thought we were north.
If they need to be extended. I want to speak directly to those in areas of the province that are currently in yellow or green.
That's
the risk
apparently
of
us.
Interprovincial travel and further spread is a real concern. We've seen that people are moving from regions to region and bringing COVID
by busloads.
The health officials are telling us
they're coming here to shop.
Province-wide action is needed if we're going to break these trends. We also know Quebec.
All right, so it's official. We're going into a province-wide shutdown. I'm going to finish watching this live broadcast. I've got it paused right now so I could hop on and just say I'm not upset that we're going into a lockdown per se, because I'll comply, and it's 14 days. It's not forever, but I honestly could see it extending. Personally, I'm going to prepare for the 28 days, hence getting some groceries. Probably tomorrow, but nothing. But sorry, Rob just came into the room. But I'm not liking it. And what's upset me is the fact that they took this long to really act, because for months people have been traveling here to the green zone to shop and to do things.
Did they implement regional lockdowns?
Yes, we're for 14 days.
No, wait a minute. So they're actually going to stop traffic on
No, but I think that they should, personally. Anyways,
well, it makes sense.
So people have been traveling here for months from red zones and, you know, shopping and doing their things here. And, like, we've had ebbs and flows, like, so, and spikes.
Wants to come over.
Okay, sorry. And spikes. So, like, it's kind of up and down for months now. And I think that it's not going to get any better unless they just literally put, like, checkpoints outside of each city or hot spot or, like, green zone. And that's the only way to keep it safe. I don't know. It's just my opinion. Or, like, create a bubble, you know, like a Northern Ontario bubble, because we've been safe. And, like, it sounds selfish, but I am one of the vulnerable. And, like, honestly, I know everybody's feeling this way, but I want my life back. Like, not that I had, like, a great, exciting life to begin with, but I mean, I'd like to be able to take my kids to the movies, you know, and, like, not worry constantly that I'm going to get this disease and die. Like, so, yeah, 28 days or 14 days. But like I said, I think I'm going to prepare for the 28 days. But anyways, enough about that. I just thought I'd share today. It's a big thing. It's, you know, the biggest news today. So I wanted to share with you guys, and I'll be back with dinner. Oh, just FYI, I ended up throwing the, what's it called? Pulled pork in the slow cooker, and I'm going to pair that with some of the waffle fries. So I'll show you that at dinner time. Bye, guys. Alright, like I mentioned, we're just having pulled pork for dinner. And I just went in and shredded it with this meat chopper. I'm going to let it sit in the juices while I finish making the sides. Aubrielle is going to just have some fried potatoes. I'm going to throw those in the pan in a minute. And we're going to have some waffle cut fries. I will show you that when we get to it. Gotta throw these bad boys in the frying pan for Aubrielle. And we're just going to pair our sandwiches with some of these. I really liked the flavor of them the last time we had them, so they should pair nicely. I'll, again, show a picture once it's all plated up. Autumn has a couple friends over, so I gotta make it stretch a little bit. Anyways, I'm gonna cut it off here tonight, guys. I've went on long enough for today. I'll have another video out for you guys tomorrow. Maybe I'll film Rap With Me tonight. If not, well, you'll still see me tomorrow. Me and my ugly mug. Anyways, bye, guys.